Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Ebony, and in today's video, I am going to be let's speak into existence. I am going to be making a dress for my birthday. Today is Tuesday, October 1st. My birthday is Friday, October 4th. I just had the most random idea that I wanted to make a birthday dress. So this video is gonna be very chaotic. I hope that you guys enjoy the ride, but I had mentioned in a previous video that I wanted to try and make this McCall's pattern. This is McCall's M823. And I wanted to make view B, which is the version that the model is wearing, the longer length and the long sleeves. I have this bubble crepe that I got from Fabric Mart. It's pink and it has like a little bit of texture to it, as you can see. And so I've already cut out the pieces, and that was a thing in itself. This fabric is not beginner friendly. It's very slippery. And so it was a lot trying to like stabilize the fabric and cut in a straight line, but we got all of our pieces cut out. It's rated as easy, and I think it's rated as easy because there's not a lot of pieces, like pattern pieces to cut out. So we're gonna try and get this done by Friday morning so that I can actually wear it out for my birthday. A few minutes ago, I got back from Joann and I needed to pick up some buttons and some fusible interfacing. I'm not very happy with the buttons. I'll show you what I got. Of course, every time I go to Joann, I have to get one of their reusable bags. But I got the pack of interfacing. I usually buy it by the yard, but this time I was like in a rush and their interfacing wasn't on sale at the time. And so I went ahead and just bought the packs. And then I got these buttons. So the pattern calls for 12 buttons, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 14. I think there's 10 down the front and then 2 on each cuff. So I got these kind of like iridescent pink, like reflective type pearl looking buttons. They're 5/8. The pattern calls for 1/2 inch, but I could not find 1/2 inch buttons like in that high quantity at Joann. Plus this is like very last minute, and so I kind of had to like get what they had. And then I was thinking for the cuffs, I would do these fun little like sunflowers. These are shank buttons, and I've never done shank buttons before. So like every project, I have to find something that's like challenging. So this will be my first time doing shank buttons, but yeah, so this is the vibe that I'm going for. And then this is the fabric. So if you can kind of catch the vibe. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along with me on the journey. Like I said, I already cut out my pattern pieces. Now we're just gonna interface the pieces that call for that. So like the band and the cuffs. And then yeah, we're gonna get started. All right, you guys, I have all of my pieces that needed to be interfaced. That took a little bit of time. So I'm getting ready to thread my machine, and of course, I forgot to pick up some matching thread. This is some thread that I have from like a sewing kit that someone got me for my birthday several years ago. I don't know what brand of thread this is. I'm assuming they got the kit from like Joann or maybe like Walmart or something like that. But we're just gonna go with this just for the sake of time. It's a little bit darker than the fabric. So I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of that. However, I'm gonna go ahead and at least start the project. The first step is to do the gathering in the front. Again, this is what we are making. So the waist is gathered. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that step right now. And I'll let you guys know once I'm done with that, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, JK, our next step is to actually put the center back seams together. So I'm gonna pin these together, and then we'll attach the shoulders and the side seams. All right, progress update, you guys. So I have put the back piece together. This is how the darts look from the outside. And then I ended up putting in some light pink serger thread into my serger. That's all that I had. And I pressed the seams flat. And then for the darts, I just pressed them towards the center. I don't know if that's like the proper way to do them, but I just thought that that would be best. And I think if I had I think it's called a ham or like a tailor's ham to kind of help like with that curve, that would have came in handy because it was kind of like awkward pressing them, but that's just something to note for the future. But this is where we are. So that's the inside of the back piece. And then this is from the right side. So now I'm gonna attach the shoulders and then I'm gonna attach the side seams to the front piece. All right, so let's do a progress check. So I have my shoulders and my side seams together. So there is the back. And then kind of what it looks like from the front. Right now it's kind of giving robe. Again, I just have been using my light pink serger thread and you guys will be very proud of me. I've been pressing my seams. So I just finished pressing all of the seams flat. I'm gonna take a break for now. It's dinner time, so I'm gonna go out and eat dinner. And then hopefully when we make it back, I can continue. If not, then I'll be starting early tomorrow morning. All right, guys, so we came back from dinner and I went ahead and moved on to the next step, which was to do the hem. This is my first time doing like a curved hem, so I knew that I was gonna struggle with that, and I did struggle with it. So the instructions say to do like I guess it would be like a gathering stitch, 1/4 away from the edge, and then turn it under 5/8 of an inch, and then tuck in the 1/4 stitching that you did, and then like pull as needed. But I still struggled with that. The hem is done, but I'm not satisfied with it. As you can see, it's like, yeah. I mean, obviously I need to press it, but I can't leave it like this. But I think what I'm gonna do is, where is it? So I have some of this, I think it's called hem tape. I got from like years ago from like a local fabric store here in Arizona. So I've never used hem tape before. I did try to look up some like tutorials on how to use it, but I think I kind of can like figure it out on my own. But it's getting late. I mean, it's not late, but like I'm starting to get tired. So I think I'm just gonna call it a night and then restart tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll pick out the stitches that I did just now, and then we'll hem the bottom with this hem tape and then go from there. I think I'll be more satisfied with that look. Although this doesn't match, it's close enough, and it's gonna be on the inside, and so nobody's really gonna see it. I mean, if there's the occasional like windy night or whatever and the dress blows, but I think this is good enough, at least for like the inside. So tomorrow we'll pick back up with the hem, and then we'll hopefully finish the dress tomorrow. I want to try and finish it early so that I can kind of like focus on other things that I want to sew. So fingers crossed that we can finish this tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome to day 2. I think last night we left off at me taking out the hem and adding the bias binding. So we're gonna finish up on that. I have it, I'm looking over here because I have it on my dress form, but I'm gonna go ahead and stitch down the hem tape, and then we'll move on to the next step. I think the next step is adding the button placket. So we'll move on to that, but it's 10 a.m. So we're kind of starting out a little bit early. I hope that we can finish this today, because I'd like to kind of see like how it turns out and if I actually do want to wear this on my birthday on Friday. So let's see what happens. So I finally finished attaching the hem tape to my hem, and right now I have my hem turned up 5/8 and I'm pressing it up right now. Not really liking how this is looking so far, but I'm just kind of like trying to see it through until the end. But I knew that I was gonna struggle with this hem with it being like curved. So this is my first time, so I'm trying to like take it easy on myself. But yeah, I'm not a fan of how it's looking so far, and I'm kind of just like trying to hurry up and get through to the next step so that we can just keep the process going. Okay, you guys, so here is where we are right now. I have the band and neckband pinned to the, I guess we can call this the bodice. Right now, I'm kind of looking at the gathers. I think I need to make them more even on both sides, but this is where we are. So the next steps are to stitch the band and neckband to the dress. And so I'm gonna do that, and then I will check back in later once I'm ready for my next step. All right, friends, so I have the neckband and neckband facing attached. Right now, I just have it clipped together. So my next steps are to trim off the excess at the bottom of the band, sew it onto it like itself, and then flip it right side out so that it's even with the hem. So I'm gonna do that. And then after that, I'm probably gonna stitch in the ditch all the way around. Y'all wish me luck. Y'all know I'm not good at stitching in the ditch, but I'll either stitch in the ditch, or I think I can slip stitch, but I don't know if I wanna do that either. Or what I can do is serge the insides. Instead of turning it under, I can serge the insides, and then that way it'll kind of take away like the, you know, the anxiety of having to stitch in the ditch. But we're kind of almost done as far as like the construction of the dress. My last step, I guess, is gonna be the sleeve construction. So yeah, so I'll check back in once I'm in a good place. All right, you guys, so here's where we are in the process. I still need to finish sewing down the band, and I'll show you guys that in a second. I did start sewing down the band, or I guess I should say like stitching in the ditch, but I just ran out of bobbin thread, and I'm maybe 3/4 of the way through finishing the band, and I'm tired. I've been sewing since 10 o'clock, I think, is when I started the video today, and it's about 8:30, and I've been kind of sewing nonstop. Of course, I've taken breaks in between to like eat lunch and dinner and stuff like that, but here's where we are. So I still need to finish the band on the dress, and I have 2 of my sleeves done, or the 2 sleeves done. This is the actual sleeve, and then I have the cuff attached, and I still need to fold it in half and then tuck in that seam allowance. And then the instructions have you do, I think it's called an edge stitch, but I think it's stitching in the ditch. So I still need to do that for both sleeves, and then of course add my buttonholes and buttons, but I'm not doing that tonight. I'm tired. I wanna go and relax and get ready for bed, and then we'll try and pick up a little bit earlier tomorrow to finish off. I need to finish this dress tomorrow because I do not want to be sewing this dress on Friday. I wanna relax and enjoy my birthday. So we still have a little bit of a ways to go, but we're basically in the home stretch. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Hey, you guys. So remember yesterday when I said that I wanted to start a little bit earlier and finish up quicker? Yesterday I started at 10, so I said I wanted to start before 10. It's 10:47 right now, and I haven't started. But I did, however, go to Walmart because I think, yeah, last night I said that my bobbin ran out. And so I knew I needed to wind a new one, but I don't know if you can see, but my thread, yeah, you can't see, but my thread at the top of the machine is almost out. So I needed to go buy some more thread to match the thread that I already had. And then of course, while I was there, I was like, maybe I can find a thread that matches closer to like the fabric, because this fabric is more of like I think it's a raspberry pink, but the thread I'm using is kind of like magenta-ish. It kind of has like a little bit of like purple sheen to it. Long story short, Walmart did not have anything to match the fabric perfectly, so I ended up just buying more of the same color of thread that I already had. But while I was there, I wanted to look at the buttons to see if they had any buttons that I would like, because like I said before, I wasn't too happy about the buttons that I chose when I went to Joann. So as a refresher, these are the ones that I got from Joann. They're kind of like pearl-esque. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but they're kind of like pearl-esque, but I don't know. The contrast of like the pink with the white, I don't know. And then I don't have any pink shoes to match the dress, so I'm gonna have to wear like black booties. And so I was kind of like trying to factor in all of those colors as well. So while I was at Walmart, I stopped in the button section and I just got some clear ones. And I'm thinking these may look better because the pink will peek through like the clear portion of it. So we'll see. Once I get to that step, which I should be getting to that pretty soon. Last night we left off with me constructing the sleeves. I just have to add the sleeves to the bodice and like do all of the buttonholes on there and all of that. So we'll see how it looks. I'll test it out again with the buttons that I got from Joann. I also got a shank button. Let me show you really quickly. So I got these sunflowers. So I still kind of want to put those on the cuffs, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. We are running a little bit behind, but I'm hoping that I don't have any issues like I did yesterday. That hem almost took me out. Curved hems, yeah, not good at those, but I'm thinking everything else should be as normal. Not the best at buttonholes. I'm gonna do some tests on like scrap fabric before I actually put them on my actual fabric, but we're kind of in the home stretch at this point. So I'll check back in once I have some progress for you guys. This is after I have attached the sleeves. That's the length. And I just have it pinned closed right now. Our last step is to sew the buttonholes to the front and also sew the buttons to the sleeves. All right, you guys, here is where we are. I have attached all of the buttons to the front. As you can see, the buttons, they look different than what you guys saw in the beginning. These are the white buttons that I originally got from Joann. But on the other side, they had a brownish like marbling effect on the other side. So I decided to go with those, and I like that. I like how they look in contrast to the pink, but this is how the dress is fitting. I'm not mad at the fit. The band, yeah, this dress has been a lot as far as like the fabric. The fabric was really hard to work with, and I probably would, if I do decide to make this pattern again, I'll choose a more sturdier fabric. This fabric is like super slippery, and so the band has certain parts where it's not laying flat, which is bothering me. And yeah, same like with the hem as well. So I would just use a different fabric moving forward, but so far this is where we are. Just need to add the buttons to the cuff and then we'll be done. Yeah, like for example, the band on this side is not laying flat, but it's laying flat on this side. I don't know what I did, but it just, you know, it is what it is at this point. But I know next time to use a less slippery type of fabric, because I think what happened was whenever I was cutting out the pieces, I think some of the pieces kind of like shifted or warped a little bit. So yeah, but you know, it is what it is. From far away, it looks like this is how the dress is supposed to be made, since it has like the ruching here, but yeah.